You're done. I'm over it.
But let me tell you.
I am done with you.
Let me tell you.
No.
Mom, yes.
No. Should I scoot my seat back? It won't go any further.
Hello.
Oh, well, how do you do?
You look beautiful as usual.
Oh, I do not.
You do. How are you feeling?
Oh, well, with my fingers, how do you feel? Well.
Every time I text you, how are you feeling? With my fingers. How are you feeling? With my fingers.
Well, how do you feel?
With my toes.
You want me to call a tow truck?
Oh my gosh. You're a cornball. You're a cornball. I was thinking about something really awful. Just really...
Worse than a cornball?
Worse. Way worse.
Ugh.
Mom, I was thinking of something so awful.
Why?
You're going to get really mad by me saying this. You are.
Oh.
You're going to get mad. And I won't say the word because I know you hate the word.
Oh, no.
I know, but I was thinking of it.
Why?
Because it just popped into my head.
Why would it? How awful.
It's trauma. You know how trauma sometimes trauma just stays with you?
Yeah.
Okay. It was when one of your friends...
All right, we can stop there. I know where you're going with that.
F-A-R-T-E-D.
Okay, I'm done. You're done. I'm over it.
But let me tell you.
I am done with you.
Let me tell you.
No.
Mom, yes.
No.
You might. So, let's talk about smells.
Well, not that one.
That one in
No.
particular that haunts
No.
me. Let me explain something.
No.
Okay. So, I was very young.
Yes.
I was really little.
Wasn't even a teenager.
No. And you decided you were going to go be a cosmetologist.
In the beauty industry.
Which, when you told me, I thought you were going to be a cosmonaut. I thought you were going to be an astronaut. So I was really excited by this. I was like, oh my God, my mom's going to be a cosmonaut. I had no idea you were just going to be like waxing nose hairs and doing bleach on old ladies' hair. I don't know what you were going to do. Anyway, so you went to beauty school. Beauty college.
Beauty college.
Right?
Yes.
And you were very good at your job.
Well, of course I was.
Well, you've always been snazzy dazzy lady. Always. You've always had your hair, makeup. Since the time I was born, you've always looked just glamorous. You're a glamorous lady.
Well, that's the way I feel the most comfortable. There's not a better feeling in the world, in my opinion, than to get up and wash your face.
Yeah, but then you put all the stuff on your face, which is counterintuitive.
Well, I don't put a lot of stuff on my face.
You put those eyelashes on and your lips.
Well, that's it. And my eyeliner, my eyebrows.
I know, everybody thinks you wear foundation. You don't wear foundation.
Oh, my God. I tried foundation. It smothered me. I couldn't breathe, just like pantyhose. You can't breathe with foundation on your face or pantyhose on your
Why would you have pantyhose on your face?
No, on your legs. You can't breathe.
Oh, I put pantyhose on my face one time. When I was making ugly faces.
No, I do not wear foundation. I can't breathe.
Let me tell you something about pantyhose on your face.
It makes you ugly.
It makes you ugly. So it was my girlfriend at the time, and we thought it would be the funniest thing in the world to put pantyhose on her face and do that. So she ran in her mom's room and got pantyhose. You should never put pantyhose on your head that a lady worked all day in. They stunk so bad. That's, speaking of smell, see, there's another smell that traumatized me. Smell stayed with me.
That's what you get.
Yeah, it was awful. I think she was a waitress at like a diner, and she worked all day.
It smelled like grease.
Well, I'm not going to say what it smelled like, but it was just, I've never done it again.
Well, that's good. You learned a lesson.
I did learn a lesson. Anyway, back to the original smell.
No, let's not go there.
We are going to go there.
I know where you're going with this.
So, you made friends in beauty school.
Oh, yes.
Beauty college, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Beauty school dropout. But you didn't drop out. And you had these two friends, and I'll describe them as really flamboyant, fabulous.
Good looking.
Over the top.
Rusty wasn't good looking, but Roger was a doll. A living doll.
Okay. So you brought them over. And then, I don't know, they were all in the kitchen, and then you and one of them left. And I was left in the kitchen with the other one. Roger. And he released a smell from his body that made my eyes water. And I had never...
And gag.
I gagged. I started gagging, and tears were coming out of my eyes, and I was gagging. And he gave me this evil glare, like that side eye, like, you know, and I didn't know what to do. But it was awful, awful.
Okay, let's get over that.
Well, wait a minute. And then you guys came in the kitchen, and he was like, he looked at me and said, "Oh, what did you eat last night?" And blamed me. I hated him so much that I never, every time you ever came over again, I went in my room, I never talked to him again forever. For the
well, he probably said that because
he was embarrassed, I'm sure.
Or he thought you were going to say that he did it.
Well, he did do it.
Oh, he did not.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
I know. I was just funning with you.
Mom, you probably did it and ran out of the room.
I probably did not.
Anyway, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, how funny. Sorry. So then you made another friend in beauty school. I'm not going to say her name.
Why?
Well, Mom, because I don't know if these people watch these things.
Oh. Does it start with an A?
It started with an H. And she had that little red sports car, and I had such a crush on her, remember? And I was just like, she was the prettiest girl I'd ever seen in. Well, just so you know, that's why I lost my virginity, too. She said, she's like, it's inevitable this is going to happen. We might as well do it. And now, that period of time were a lot of characters coming and going.
Right.
I don't know if it's just that industry, but you had characters around you at that point. But did you really enjoy being a cosmetologist?
Yes, but I got tired of it. I wanted to be the owner.
Well, you ended up being the owner.
I know.
How did you start? Like, what made you want to just start doing hair? Like, where did that all begin?
Well, it was all my life, it seemed like. I cut my sister had a big 4-foot tall walking doll, and she had real long hair down to her waist, and I cut it up, you know, in the middle of her back.
Right.
She started crying, went to Mom crying, and my mom said, "You know that hair will not grow back." I said, "Well, I didn't realize it wouldn't grow back. You know, I was just a little girl."
Right.
And so when we got to be teenagers, we'd all go out, you know, and there was like 6 of us hanging out together, and I'd do everybody's hair and their makeup, and then it would be time to go, and I didn't have any makeup or my hair wasn't done. So I had to do everybody else's because I was good at it, I guess.
Well, that's great.
I asked my mom if I could go to beauty college, and she said, "Not with your disposition, no."
Your disposition?
Yes.
Did you have a difficult disposition?
Yes. If they didn't hold still, I'd hit them on the head with a brush.
Mom.
And she was afraid I would do that too.
You know what's funny about Grandma?
What?
I have never met somebody more tender-headed in my life. Everybody always said, who did her hair? She did her hair.
Yes.
You couldn't touch her hair.
No.
If you ever came near, like, I remember one time, I was like, "Grandma, let me comb your hair for you one time." And she said, "Okay." And I put the comb, literally just got the comb in. Ow, ow, ow.
Yes.
And she, "Get away from me."
Yes.
How tender-headed was she?
Very tender-headed.
And then you told me a long time ago that you did it for like drag performers.
Yes. That was so interesting to go to their drag shows.
How did that happen? Tell me about
my
that.
neighbor had a girlfriend, and she asked me if I could do long wigs, you know, falls or wigs, and I said, certainly I can. And she said, "Well, I would like you to meet someone. She's got about 5 wigs, and she was like 6 foot tall and beautiful. And so I got to do all of her wigs, and then the word got out, and then all these performers wanted me to do their wigs for them.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun, interesting.
And then once you started doing the wigs, then you were like, I want to start doing real people's hair professionally.
Yes.
And then you went, well, you had a mentor. You had some lady.
It was Sarah. She said she was the president of the Cosmetology Barber Association.
Uh-huh.
And she said, if you want to do hair, do it legally. And she said, I want you to go to cosmetology college and get your license and do it right.
And you did.
And I did.
That's awesome. Yeah, there were a lot of people around at that time. I mean, that period, it's funny when you look back on something and you know, it seems so long ago because you've had other careers and you've done other things since then. But some of the people that you've met during that period of time have been our friends or we're still in touch with for all these years later. One girl that you worked with, I ended up getting engaged to.
Yes.
And she was your friend.
Yes.
Obviously much younger.
Yes.
And you guys would hang out, and she would come over to the house, and then we became friends, and there was something off about
She said,
me.
what can I do to get him to like me?
Well, you know, it's weird. You know how, like, they say, like, boys throw rocks at girls when they're little if they like them? I was a teenager, and I would just push her down. Or I would...
you did. You put pie in her face.
I threw pie in her face. And
you did that to Farrah, too.
I know. I did a lot of silly, very juvenile things. And then she told you that she was in love with me.
I don't see how.
so something wasn't right with her, because something's not right with me. But we dated for a long time, and then we got engaged. But then I was living in La Jolla, California, and I realized I'm 17 years old. Why am I engaged? Like, what am I doing? You know, I can't get married at 17 and do that. It just wasn't right for me. But I still talk to her.
Yes.
We still talk every now and then, and I still talk to her best friend, and then you
beautiful people.
Yeah, they're sweet people. They're nice, and I'm glad that we kept a friendship even after that. Not in the beginning. It took many years for us to have a friendship after that, but we ended up having a good friendship.
I'm glad you did too.
Me too. But one of my very closest friends, his mom was your boss.
Yes.
And it was your...
After I graduated from beauty college, I had to go find a place to work because I had a lot of clients that wanted to follow me.
Uh-huh.
So I went to... She had a shop. And I walked in, had no idea who she was. I walked in and I said, I have 23 clients that I need to place. And do you have a station available? And she rolled her eyes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do. And she said, fill this form out. And when do you want to start? And I said, I'd like to start tomorrow. And she said, well, you can start tomorrow. And so I started, and she liked the way I worked. In fact, she liked it so well, she always went out always going on vacation, leaving me the shop to run.
Oh.
Because she trusted me and knew I'd do a good job for everybody.
And the two of you
were nuts.
That you were so similar. And so if two people were ever on the same
Ethel
wavelength,
and Lucy.
And you would fight over who was Ethel and who was Lucy.
Yes.
You would literally have arguments. I'm
Yes.
Lucy. No, you're Ethel.
Yes.
And you were so fun to be around, the two of you. So fun to be around.
Oh, some of the things.
The laughter that you two shared.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's our dear friend that passed away recently. That just passed away. And,
But we did have fun. We had a ball.
yeah.
We laughed. We spent years and years and years and years.
How many years?
43. It was gonna be 44 years.
Best friends. Laughing. Just
a real hard, loud belly laughs. I mean, to where hold your stomach. I can't breathe. I said, it feels like I have a rope around me and 2 cars are pulling the rope. I can't breathe.
One of the sweetest. Even when she would yell at her son.
She never yelled at him.
Well, because he was such a spoiled brat.
Oh, he was, and I loved it.
Such a spoiled brat. When she would be like, her yelling at him was adorable. Like when she yelled at him, it was like, no wonder he gets away with everything, because she doesn't actually yell at him. You know,
No.
like the way she disciplined him.
She was too sweet.
Oh,
Little too sweet.
yeah.
My little pinky.
Yeah, and her son and I couldn't be more different. If you looked at the two of us, you would never imagine
opposites attract.
that we would be best friends.
Yeah.
You would never imagine it.
Never.
He has long hair down to the middle of his back. He's covered with tattoos. He wears leather vests. He is into like all that comic book art.
He's a genius too.
And
like
he looks rough, right? The motorcycle whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
But inside, we are so similar. We are so similar. We're both really creative.
You both have computer minds.
And he has just been. We didn't run in the same circles. Our friendship was completely independent. It was just, well, we had our own friendship, and then he would go have his group of friends, and I would have my group of friends. My group of friends was preppy and snobby, and his were like more down to earth and nice.
Yeah.
But then when we were together, none of that mattered. And you and his mom were the same way. It just,
wow.
You were different. She wore tie-dye. Yeah, she wore the tie-dye clothes and was really relaxed and easygoing, and you were high maintenance and difficult. But it was a beautiful, beautiful. They were family.
Yes.
They're our family.
Yes.
And I can't believe that she's just suddenly gone. And in the most tragic way, and I can't talk about it.
Okay,
But we're broken.
Yes.
We are broken, and we will be there. We're going to be back in Denver in August.
Yeah.
And nothing we can say or do will fix this. We can just be there and love the rest of the family. So that's the hard part. But it's amazing that your choice. Isn't it amazing the choices we make and the roads we go on? Had you not done that, you wouldn't have met her.
That's right.
You would have never known her had you decided not
Right.
to go to beauty school. I would have not been engaged to that girl if you didn't go to beauty school.
Yep.
I wouldn't have been traumatized by a certain smell if you didn't go to beauty school. I wouldn't have lost my virginity to who I lost it to if you didn't go to beauty school. But overall, everybody was really, really nice. I was a bad boy.
You were a bad boy.
I was hooking up with all the girls that you worked with.
I know.
Shame on me.
Shame on you.
They were pretty.
What?
They were pretty.
Oh, of course they were. They were in the go.
They were pretty. They were. I was. I got crushes really easy back then. Now I'm jaded, and somebody smiles at me. I'm like, what are you looking at?
You're not that way.
No, if a girl smiles at me in a coffee shop, I'll just pick my nose.
Oh, you will not.
I will.
You're one of the nicest. Oh, stop that.
And I'll roll it between my fingers.
Oh, stop that right now.
Flick it at her.
Oh, now I'm done with you. I'm done with you. You're a kind-hearted gentleman.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm an old hard
And you're gonna
shell.
get in trouble for what you just said when you get off of that camera.
What did I say?
You know what you just did.
What did I say?
Oh, I'm gonna pick my nose and.
I am.
Oh,
I do. I'm actually going to go to Starbucks right now. I'm going to make eye contact with someone, And then when they make eye contact back, I'm going to slowly pick my nose.
If you don't stop that, I'm never going to do another video. But I'm going to
do it seductively, again. Mom. I'm going to look at him and I'm going to do it really slow. Like, you like
There's
this?
There's nothing seductive about that. Trust me. Don't do that. You're quite the gentleman, and you're making yourself
Mom, don't make me out to be a gentleman.
Well, you are.
You're ruining my image.
Oh, well, what image is that?
I want to be hardcore. I want to be mean.
Well, you're not.
Well, I am.
You're the nicest person I know.
Oh, I am not.
Genuinely.
I am not. Where's a pigeon right now? I'll just go throw a rock at a pigeon.
No, you won't. No, you wouldn't do that.
Anyway.
There's nothing wrong with being kind and good.
I'm not... Oh, leave me alone.
Oh, you are too.
Oh, not you. But you didn't stay in the business for very long.
Oh, that's because I didn't want to.
Well, you did. It was a while, but
well, then, I wanted to own them. I didn't want to work for anybody. Yeah, then you started
owning your own salons and then your own.
Because I didn't want to.
You had a window company. You've done a lot of things.
Well, yes, we won't talk about that.
Yeah, because
I've got tears running down my cheeks right now, and I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, you don't.
Oh, you don't.
You know that saying, oh, you do?
Yes.
So that's from Bridesmaids. There's a scene on the airplane, and we saw it in the movie theater.
What are talking about up here?
We are, we're going to a restaurant tonight. I know the owner, so it's just coming. You do? Oh.
Mom laughed so hard that she didn't hear the dialogue like for the next 5 minutes and made us come back to the movies the next day, watch the movie again so we could hear the dialogue, and then laughed through it again. We saw that movie 3 or 4 times so you could finally hear what they said after that.
And then I think,
but you don't understand.
What?
It wasn't just a chuckle that you were laughing.
No, it was a good hearty belly laugh.
You were one of those weird people in the movie theater that was laughing so loud and so hard and kicking your legs up and just shaking.
That's not the first time either.
No. No. That was one of the things. You, again, going back to your friend, you guys used to go to the movies and laugh.
Oh, my word.
Laugh and laugh and laugh.
Then that little stinker left me in there. I had my head thrown back, my mouth open, laughing so hard, kicking my feet, and then I looked over and she was gone.
Always getting into trouble. Always.
I had a hard life, but by golly, I laughed more than I cried.
Well, people always equate money and success with happiness.
They what?
They always think that, if you have to have money and success to be happy.
Oh, no way. I had to work 3 jobs. I wasn't rich.
But you were happy.
But I was so happy. I'm still happy.
Yeah, you laughed and laughed and you were really happy.
I prefer to be happy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's a choice. You have to find it.
I found it a long time ago.
That's not easy, Mom.
Well,
that is not easy. Because life will keep kicking you and beating you and knocking you down. And
I'll laugh at them.
Well, good. I'm glad. All right. Well, we've been talking forever and ever. I love you.
Oh, well, I love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.